Hey everybody, welcome back to Miss Pandaria Beta. My name is Daesvail, and I'm here to show you some of the changes that happened to monks in the most recent patches, along with a slight change to the way that monks will auto-attack. You now no longer hold your weapons in your hands. They changed the Black Ox statue, its model. Ooh, and its summoning, that's beautiful. So now, you'll have this for your Black Ox statue. I severely love this compared to the older model. The older model is very boring and actually kind of hard to see in the middle of battle. So this kind of glows. Hey, he's stealing my bubble. Still gives you your guard, which is separate from your actual... I don't have enough chi. From your guard over here. So you can have one from each of them open, and then your healing will still be further increased. There was slight changes to Keg Smash and such. Also some slight changes to the stance of the Sturdy Ox. Your energy regeneration is now a little higher because you want to... See? Two different guards. It is slightly higher because you want to be able to put out more Keg Smashes and more jabs compared to that of a Windwalker monk, which is the DPS. In DPS you're going to be using a lot of finishers, and this you're going to be wanting to use Keg Smash whenever it's up. And beforehand you didn't really have enough energy to do so. There was a lot of times where I was tanking on this guy and it was kind of energy starved, so...
I'm with you.
Also, if you look at the... I don't want to learn my talents, I want to unlearn my specialization. Now also you can't just switch specs to get rid of your talents of your talents. They will stay now and you have to actually pay to unlearn them, so that's nice to see. When you choose your Mistwalker, you'll again get your Wise Serpent stance, which now you only have one of your... Oh my god, that is a beautiful turtle. I guess I missed that in my hunter changes, because that's a new turtle. I don't know if that's from the Pandaren starting area though. You'll get only one of your statues now. But Stance of the Wise Serpent will cause 50% of any damage you deal to heal the nearest target to you. So that pretty much makes you a target. Also now, there's a new model for the Serpent statue. Much more animated, looks a lot better. It's a great model. It looks exactly like the Jade statue before it's destroyed in Jade Forest, and I like that because it's a really cool looking... Does that still heal you? Thought they removed that. Oh, yep, it does still heal you. They said it would probably be removed, that they're going to do that, because that kind of does encroach on how a light well works. But other than those few changes over there, they've finally fleshed out all of the talents, for now, of the monk's talent tree. You now have Celerity, which will reduce roll and chi torpedo, sorry, their cooldowns by 5 seconds. Tiger's Lust costs 1 chi and increases your movement speed by 70% for 6 seconds. 30-second cooldown. It's in melee range, so I think it's supposed to be like you're supposed to use it on yourself, but if you're within melee range you can use it on another player. I'm not exactly sure. Let's actually test it out. Need some way to generate chi here. Okay. Now let's try it on this guy. Oh, out of range, yeah. So it looks like you will... Oh, can't do it on NPCs, I guess. Not sure if you'll be able to use it on others or not. They moved Chi Wave into a talent so that you can have this bouncing about if you're a Mistweaver or a Brewmaster, compared to just having... It says it requires Serpent Stance though, so that's kind of strange. So you can choose between this and Zen Sphere, which is pretty much a dot, but instead of ticking on the tune, it will tick on you. They'll heal you while it's on you, but it'll also deal damage to whatever target is closest to you, and it has a 2 chi cost. Chi Burst also has a 2 chi cost, and will deal moderate amount of damage, small amount of healing, and you're able to still dodge and parry while you're casting it. It has a very short cast time of under 1 second. That's with a little bit of haste. So all these second tier talents all cost 2 chi. The third tier is all about chi management, with Chi Brew restoring all of your chi, Ascension still increasing your maximum chi by 1, and Power Strike still letting Jab generate an additional chi when used. Has a 15-second cooldown, and if you are at max chi, it'll summon a small chi sphere next to you, which you can run over. It's monk specific, so you can't grab others. Might get a little confusing, but they also said that they will try to move it so that only you can see your chi spheres. The fourth talent tier is about CC and control. Leg Sweep costs 1 chi, AoE stun, stuns them for 5 seconds within 5 yards of you, 25-second cooldown. It's actually a very strong cooldown for tanking or DPS, I would say, because in dungeons and such, if the tank is about to get rocked by a lot of mobs in a big AoE pull, you can just do this, and for 5 seconds they won't take any damage. Or it would also help a monk get rid of his stagger stacks, because now damage is, I think, always staggered. I'm not 100% sure on this, but because of that, there's also a change to the way stagger works, and it will now say low, high, or medium, so it's a little easier to know when you're supposed to use your brew to clear your stagger stacks. Charging Ox Wave still costs 1 chi, 1 minute cooldown, and a Mighty Ox Effigy will again run towards your target, stun all targets within its path for 3 seconds, and when it gets to its target, any enemy within 5 yards of that and the target are knocked back a short distance. Deadly Reach will increase your paralysis range from a short... where is it? I cannot find my paralysis. From a short melee range to now a 40-yard range. So that means that this essentially becomes a CC in a dungeon group, because now instead of having to be right up behind them, and monks don't have a ability that lets them stealth, so now you can use that range. The 5th tier, and the last available current tier for now, is about reducing damage and healing. Diffuse Magic will reduce all spell damage taken by 90%, clears all magical effects on you, reversing them back to their original caster if within 40 yards of it, and it will last for 6 seconds. It's on a 1.5 minute cooldown, costs no chi. Dampen Harm also costs no chi, also on a 1.5 minute cooldown, and you'll dampen the damage from harmful attacks done to you. The next 3 attacks within 45 seconds, if they deal more than 10% of your total health, they're reduced in half damage. So if it was a move that would do about 10%, would be about 15%, 15k for me. If it does 30k to me, it would instead only do 15k. Healing Elixirs is very nice, and I highly suggest this for a Mistweaver to have about. Whenever you drink a brew or a tea, you gain 10% of your total health. It can't occur more than once every 15 seconds, but still very powerful and very useful. The last tier, which we're not available to get right now, the current level cap is 88, is Rushing Jade Wind, which is 2 chi, 30-second cooldown. Summons a whirling tornado travels 30 yards in front of you, dealing moderate nature damage to its targets in its path. Increases damage taken by your spinning crane kick by 30%, which is pretty nice because they changed spinning crane kick to now cost mana or energy. So seeing that, that's gonna help it a little bit. And for 8 seconds after you use it, you move at 200% speed while using spinning crane kick. So essentially you can cast this and then go crazy with your spinning crane kick. That'll be very nice for AoE intensive fights. Invoke Yuan, the White Tiger, looks like to be a single target DPS cooldown, and it's on a 3-minute cooldown. It invokes the White Tiger Celestial, summoning an effigy at the command of the caster. It will assist you attacking your primary target and also inflicting Tiger Lightning every 6 seconds to the 3 lowest health nearby enemies within 10 yards, dealing, let's say that's mid to high damage over 5 seconds. It'll last for 45 seconds and have a 40-yard range. So this is also usable by a, what is this called? Yeah, Mistweaver. And then Chi Torpedo pretty much replaces roll. It's a different way to use it, and it will torpedo a distance in front of you, dealing damage or healing any allies and damaging the enemies in your path. These are just some of the interesting changes that I saw in this, and I might have missed some stuff, and I apologize. Oh hey. Oh, never mind. Got all excited. I thought that was something else. But that's just some of the changes that happened right now in the beta. Spam click my statue. And I wanted to show you them. But that's all for now, and I will see you next time.